was so sad yesterday, and I realized it's because I didn't do these three things. There are three things that I must do regularly so that I'm not a sad girl. If you are a sad girl right now, keep watching, and I'm going to share with you three health tips that will make you go from sad to happy. Hey there, my name is Lesline, and I am your favorite nurse yogi. I am a registered nurse with 12 years of healthcare experience, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor with 5 years of teaching experience. And today is I'm in a 100-day YouTube challenge. So today, though, because this might be the first time you are seeing me, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can be well. So yesterday, let's give a backstory because I love to give you practical tips, and also I love to share me being in the thick of it. You'll understand as I share my story, because I feel like online we see people that are at the end of a certain chapter of life, right? They are now money's like the easiest thing that comes to mind right now, but they're now making the 7 figures, right, in their business, or they lost the weight, or they, gained the weight, whatever it was, the goal that they had, but they didn't share with you those lulls, right? Because if we're going to be honest, those things the algorithm don't be pushing, but that's another story for another day. Back to the story of yesterday. So yesterday, and make sure you subscribe. Not sure if I said that already within this 90 seconds. Yesterday I work. So I work my corporate job. I work from home as a nurse, and I'm currently doing 10-hour shifts. Couple that with this is a startup company. It's very bumpy right now. It's very bumpy just figuring out work processes and all of these things. And so I was pretty much nonstop at work yesterday. Also, my husband, he had the day off. And so I didn't have to pick up the kids because normally like that's my time where I like go outside. Also when I take my walk, but normally like getting out of the house for me during the work week is like, okay, I'm going to pick up the kids and then I'll do like a midday walk. I have to do the walk I should have done, but I'm going to explain. So I was just like, well, I don't pick the kids up or whatever, and work is busy. So tell me how I was in the house the whole day. And halfway through the day, I was like, why am I so sad? And then, well, no, let me not lie to y'all. It was at the end of the day, like as like I'm like taking a shower and all that, my nighttime routine. I'm like, why am I incredibly sad? Like I'm like just really, I don't like how I'm feeling. And then I was like, oh, I didn't go outside at all. And sometimes, like some days, even if I don't do my workout, I'll at least sit in my backyard in a chair and just let the sun beat on my skin. I live in Florida, so the sun is very, very hot, especially in our backyard. And so I'll just let that sun just seep into my skin. That's the first tip, right? You need to be going outside daily, especially if you are a person that works from home. You need to be getting at least 10 to 15 minutes of vitamin D, because a lot of us, we are not outside like way back in the day with how a lot of jobs were like, people were farmers and those kind of things. We're not farmers, so we're in the house. And with that, especially if you look like me, you're a Black woman, like you're more at risk for things such as depression. And depression, they found out that if your vitamin D like dog, levels are low, you are more at risk for being depressed, right? And so thankfully now there are supplements that you can take. Do I have that supplement with me right now? I don't take it at this time. Crap, where did I put that stuff? I need to clean this office. I'm going to be really real with y'all. Give me one moment, though. I'm trying to see if I have it. Oops, dropping things. I'm still here. This is how these videos, y'all. Here we go. So, Black Girl I am just Dropsy McGee. I'm going to show this one. I don't think is vitamin D. Okay, this is hair, skin. Oh, okay. So I got this gifted to me. This is Black Girl Vitamins. Actually going to be giving these for a giveaway at our upcoming event, the Mompreneur Reset Brunch. If you are located in Orlando, Florida, and you are watching this before May 2nd, 2026, at time of recording, it is April 23rd, 2026. I'm going to leave the link down below. Join us. There's going to be giveaways. We're going to have be sharing with you how you can figure out what kind of parent you are so you can be a better parent first and foremost, and then a better business owner. So I got a couple of these gifted to me from Black Girl Vitamins, and it came up. The reason that these came up is because these are the hair, skin, and nails one, but they're enriched with vitamin D3. So if you just want to like take a picture, screenshot that. So they have though, and then I like Black Girl Vitamins because they're gummies. I love a gummy. Like I prefer my vitamins in gummy form. So with tip 1, right, you have to make sure you're going outside. And if you haven't been following me, I do love taking vitamins. I like taking supplements. As a nurse, I'm very like, please make sure before you take a vitamin or a supplement that you are seeing your primary care provider. I know at time of recording, a lot of people like they don't have health insurance, money is tight. I understand. There are resources for you. Like just if you I don't know if the number 211 is still a thing, but like calling numbers like 211, getting connected with a social worker, going to the library. Y'all, you would be surprised of the amount of resources that your local library has. I be perusing my local library for events and things that I can take my kids to, that I can go to. I'm actually trying to do like a crochet or a knitting class. So like, and it's free. And so with that, if you are like, I don't have insurance, Leslie, because I don't ever want to be tone deaf to like what's happening around me. But so if you are somebody that's like, I don't have insurance, marketplace is too expensive, because it is expensive. Like I working as in insurance, I'm like, that's a lot of money for insurance. Like it's cheaper to have insurance through an employer, and like it makes sense. Why? Anyways, I'm not gonna get down into that. But go to your local library, connect with a social worker. They have social workers, at least at my local library, regularly there to help certain demographics of people. So honestly, like even if it's like a certain demographic that you don't fit, social workers one of my really good friends is a social worker, so I have a really soft spot in my heart for social workers. She is one of the most kind, resourceful people that I know. And so I hope that when you do go to your local library and connect with a social worker, they're like my friend, and just be like, hey, I need a primary care provider that offers like a sliding scale. You see what I'm saying? And once you do that, then you're going to get your blood work done, and you're going to ask though, because unfortunately the blood work, like regular blood work that is covered, like even if you don't have insurance, there are certain things that can still be like, that are, I don't want to say covered, because every state and country, like everywhere is different. But what I'm getting at is typically your primary care provider, they're going to just do like a standard blood work panel on you. What does that look like? It looks like a bunch of things, but what is not included is vitamin D like dog. So you have to make sure that you advocate for yourself and say, hey, okay, you're writing a prescription for blood work for me. Amazing. Can you please add on to that order that I would like vitamin D, like dog, done? If you're a doctor, they shouldn't. But if they give you pushback or like be like, hey, like why? They shouldn't, because when they talk with you and they assess you and have a conversation with you, they should notice that you sad girl, you little depressive, like all that. They should just write it automatically. Like, oh, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first, that was a lot, but just want to put that there is you need to go outside. And if you're like, girl, I'd be going outside every single day, I doubt it. No offense, and you're like, I'm still a sad girl, that's when I'm saying go to your doctor, get blood work done, and then maybe you're going to see your vitamin D is really low. And then you need to start taking vitamin D, couple that also with going outside. So the vitamin D can only do so much. The sun is like the most natural way to do things. You know what I'm saying? So you want to put those things together. Pop that vitamin D while you're sitting outside. Okay. So tip two, when that the second thing. So I'm like, I was like, one time I was so sad last night. And then I realized, oh, I also didn't work out. So this is tip two. The second tip, so you can go from sad to happy, is you need to exercise for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is what is recommended. And when I say 30 minutes, I'm talking about something that increases your heart rate outside of your regular heart rate range. Your heart rate range typically, this is not medical advice. This is education. I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you that this is for you, but typically your heart rate range is 70 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute. A lot of us now have fitness trackers, right? Like you have an Apple Watch or you have something. It doesn't have to be Apple, but you probably, and maybe you don't. I don't want to assume, not me throwing this thing, but you can, if you're like, I don't know what my pulse is, you can there's cheaper fitness trackers now. You can put that on and it will tell you where you lie. And if you are really high, which is called tachycardic, that's just a fancy way to say that your heart rate is over 100 beats per minute and it sustains that and you're just sitting and not doing anything. That is also another reason to go see your doctor, because there could be something like, it could be anxiety, right? It could not be something like physically, like cardiovascular, like heart wise, but it could be just you're just an anxious person, right? But I am going so many different ways. Every time I make a video, I'm like, this isn't going to be long, and then here I am 12 minutes in. But so we were talking about heart rate. Oh, because what I was getting at is with tip two, you have to work out at least 30 minutes, and I want you to get that heart rate up. So I'm saying heart rate up, but it's like, if you don't know what your regular heart rate is null and void when you do a workout, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm not saying I need you to huff and puff like the whole workout. I just need a little huff and puff, like maybe a couple minutes of the workout. I made a whole other video. I be putting editing Leslie into work, but I did make a video where I explain the different target heart rate ranges for your age. So whatever age you are, I shared with you where you want your target heart rate to lie when you are working out. Because I know everybody now knows to go out. People do know now, okay, we got to go outside, we got to walk, but we need to I don't even care what age you are. It doesn't matter. You need to get your heart rate up. And it's so dependent on your age is how high that heart rate needs to be for your safety. Okay. The reason we need to get that heart rate up is to help your body metabolize, like decrease your cortisol levels. Okay. Also, like when I talk about metabolize, I'm talking about the food that you're eating, the stress that's in your body. There's certain things that only exercise can do. Only exercise can do. There is no hack to exercise. There really isn't. You just have to do it. And being in the health and wellness field, I find it so fascinating because we're all saying the same things. When like people that are trusted health and wellness experts, we're all saying the same things. You have to exercise, you have to eat nutritious meals, you have to sleep. Like we're all saying the same things, and you have to be in community with like-minded people that are making a good impact in this world. Like health, we're also realizing, is not just the exercise, it is a holistic effort or a holistic type of thing. So that's tip two. We got to get the heart rate up. We got to exercise 30 minutes, 30 minutes. I work out 30 minutes 3 times a week because that is what my doctor recommends for me. At this time in my life, I am looking to build muscle. I have a fast. I feel like my metabolism is slowing down a bit as I'm creeping to 35, but I still cuz like my mid area, y'all would probably be like, "Girl, you look like," but I'm just being like on it. Like I I want it to be a little more like toned. That's just where I'm at right now. Okay? And I also want to have a sexy back. Anyways, but so I don't work out every single day. So right now I do 3 times a week. I think I'm going to start bumping myself up to 4 times a week. I did also just finish my period, but I'm still like, I have a little, and then my torso is short. Okay, this is not about me, it's about you. But so that with my torso being short, I feel like it's more like I have just less space for the adipose tissue to lie. Okay. Anyways, the third thing that I did that I realized I didn't take my creatine. I have been taking my creatine. If you don't know what creatine is, or maybe you've heard of it and you're like, what is the hype? I have a video right now that is, I don't want to say it's like, it's kind of trending for me as a small creator. I posted it like a couple weeks ago now, where I was just like, oh my gosh, like creatine is that girl. Like this is the supplement that the girlies online were not hyping up. Because there are certain things where I'm like, okay, the influencer got paid for this. It's not what it's cracked up to be. But creatine, yeah. So creatine is a supplement that they say you should take post workouts to just help with muscle recovery. It also helps make you more toned. It also has been shown to help with brain fog. So the creatine that I take, it's recommended that you take it like 30 minutes before. You either take it 30 minutes before or right after you work out. So I've been taking it right after I work out, and I no longer have what's called like that 3 p.m. slump. I don't have that anymore. And I sleep really well when I take that. And typically I take the creatine in the morning because I like to work out in the morning. And when I tell you, it like lasts in my system all day. I made a whole video about creatine, so like you can go find that. I might or may not leave it down below. I already said I'm gonna leave another video down out below, and I don't know if I am. I'm hoping though that YouTube does what it's supposed to do and it hears what I'm saying. And so once this video ends, it should show you things based on what you want to see. But anyways, creatine is the third tip. So let's just recap this video as we close it out. The 3 things that I have to do regularly to go from sad to happy girl is I have to go outside for at least 10 minutes to get my vitamin D like dog. And we delved into that tip 1 as to how to really make sure your vitamin D is where it's supposed to be. The second tip is you have to exercise for 30 minutes, and we have to get that heart rate up. We can't just be taking a nonchalant walk. You got to give me chalants. That's what the kid like. We need chalants. Like you can't just just be like, yeah, well, I'm outside and I'm walking. When I tell you if I'm doing a walk, it's what they call a power walk. I can share how to properly walk, but I'll quickly say this. I use my arms when I'm walking. So my arms are going front and back. And whichever arm is front, I have to actually whichever arm is front, that leg is back. So my right arm is front right now, and my left leg is forward, and my right foot is the heel is up, is off of the ground. So it's a full body thing when I'm power walking, rolling those shoulders back, belly button towards the spine. When I walk, it's not just like I'm walking using my full body. That gets your heart rate up. And then you can also, bonus, is add a weighted vest. I'm going to get one soon, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. But that's another add to that. And then the third tip is take creatine, but you got to make sure you talk with your doctor before you take anything. I am a nurse, but I'm not a doctor. And even doctors online are like, go see your doctor, right? Because everybody is uniquely made. We want you to be safe. At least my corner of the internet, I provide you health health education, so then you can feel more empowered when you see your primary care provider, because it is a lot of information. And I'm trying my best to simplify it. And this is actually helping me because I'm like, oh shoot, like there's some things I don't really know that well. So that's why I create these videos, because it helps me formulate what I'm wanting to get across to you in a concise way. All right, y'all, it's 20 minutes. I'm going to go. I hope you all have a great day. Remember, your girl's doing 100 days of YouTube. This is day 76 or 77. Less than 30 days to go. Yes. And I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.